So over the last month, I've actually had a lot more time off work than I normally would. I took a bunch of PTO recently, and then after that, I actually changed jobs. And so right now, I have a little bit of time before starting the next one. All of this is to say, I've realized just how unhealthy of a habit I've developed. That habit being always thinking about the next thing, not thinking about what I'm doing right now, not being in the moment. I haven't even started my new job, and I'm already thinking about trajectory at this company and in my career in general. I am still in the first year of my master's. I've only taken 2 classes, and I'm already thinking in my head about what's next. Should I get an MBA? Should I get a PhD? Whatever else, right? And with this YouTube channel, I'm not even at 100 subscribers yet, and I'm already thinking about all the other content, products, and whatnot that I want to make in the future. I'm very, very bad at being present, at being in this moment. And I think at a fundamental level, it's because I've become addicted to achievement. Now, you may have heard this term before, like achievement addiction. And I think sometimes it can kind of come off as this like humble brag of I'm so successful, I can't stop achieving, whoop-de-doo. But I don't mean it in that way at all. I really do think addiction to achievement is a super detrimental, bad habit that lots of type A people develop. I've developed it, and it's something that I'm actively combating in my career and in my life. And so in today's video, after a little bit of reflection and the little bit of time that I've had, I want to talk about ways that I've learned to combat this, and hopefully you can too. Before we start, I'm the Unhinged Engineer. I make professional development content for young STEM professionals like me. If that's something you're interested in, if you're trying to navigate this job market at the current moment, I highly recommend you subscribe to this channel, follow along. Without further ado, let's get into how you can be where your feet are and be present in our careers and our lives. Okay, so before getting into ways to combat this, let's talk about the source of this achievement addiction that we might have. Number one, I think comparison is a very common pitfall that a lot of people suffer from, myself included. We all kind of start from square zero when we graduate school and got the same degree, speaking about like the people that we went to school with and whatnot, people we were friends with. And so we start to take note of who's going in a positive way, who's going in a negative way, and constantly getting insecure about which one we are. It's a very normal thing. Humans were not designed to be able to like pull open a little box and see how other people are progressing in their lives entirely across the country or the world. It's hard. So comparison really can be the thief of joy. It's only a natural thing. Speaking of that little box we call our phone, mine is recording right now, our attention spans have been absolutely shredded. And as a result, it's hard to commit to something for a long period of time, like really work hard at something without seeing those immediate results. And so constantly we're thinking about those results, right? Like when we're in one class, we've gotten a certain amount of credits, we're thinking in our head, oh my God, like I can't wait until I have a piece of paper that says I got a master's. Or when we're working at our day job, we're thinking in our head, oh my God, I want that promotion or that bonus or whatever else. All of this is to say our attention spans have been shredded and we're really, really bad at delayed gratification. Everybody struggles with that. And number 3, I think college gives us kind of bad expectations about the linearity of progress, right? When you're in college, like you're linearly progressing through, you take this course and this course and that course, and this one leads into that one, leads into that one. That's how you get this minor. That's how you meet this professor you can do research for. That's how you get this degree. Like everything is laid out for you. Honestly, when I think back to college and think about what I really paid for, you're paying for that structure, right? Life on rails. You're given those rails and you're given a world, fictitious world, spoiler alert, that everything you do has like an outcome associated with it that you can directly see. And that is not the real world. We do lots of work that is a complete waste. We do lots of work that becomes irrelevant later in ways we didn't realize. We do lots of work that we think is relevant in the very moment, but then later on is super valuable. My most valuable internship that's gotten me the most opportunity throughout my entire career was the one I hated and never wanted to do that stuff again. Well, never wanted to do what I thought was that stuff. And over time, it was kind of reframed and it's gotten me so many opportunities I'm super, super happy about. All of this is to say, college leads us to believe that we can predict the outcomes our inputs will give us. And in college, you can. In the real world, you can't, right? And that makes it really hard to kind of be what we are. So for the remainder of this video, I'm going to talk about 2 really simple strategies for combating this kind of lack of presence. The first one is setting short-term goals. Now, this entire channel is all about strategic thinking in regards to our career. So I am not against thinking about, I'm going to take this step and then this step and trying to play that game out into the future like a chessboard. I'm not against that at all. But if that's all you're doing, which that's the one that I naturally go to when I get anxious. I never naturally go to short-term goals when I'm anxious. If that's all you're doing, then it's really just going to get in the way of your ability to perform in the moment. And this is what I was getting at earlier. Like, I don't just think it's a humble brag to say you're addicted to achievement. I think it really does get in the way of your day-to-day performance because you're constantly thinking about other crap and you're not thinking about the little things that you have to do to actually achieve the goals that will lead to those larger ones. And so naturally, if you have a good manager, you're going to be doing this anyway. Like, you're going to have like a whiteboard or something, or Teams post or whatever the hell else, and you're going to be documenting what you're working on, what you're working towards, what roadblocks you might have or people you might need. So all this stuff like should kind of be set up by your management team. But again, don't just do it in that context that they do it for you, like with project management or whatever else. Do it for yourself. Do it for your own goals. Do it for things that might help you get whatever outcomes you're trying to get, like a promotion. Set those short-term goals on the order of months or even weeks rather than years, in addition to those longer-term ones that we're all naturally inclined to do when our minds start racing, like type A Adderall addicted people. Number 2 here, documenting everything. Now again, if you have a good management team, a good manager, you're probably doing this anyway. But again, don't just do it in the context of your work, of what you're actually working to at your desk. Do it in the context of little goals you're trying to achieve, just like you would with something like health and fitness or with starting a YouTube channel. Quantify things. What gets measured gets moved. If you're trying to, be more social at work, and you're starting to have conversations at the water cooler or speak up more in meetings, literally write those little wins down, and it'll again kind of ground your larger goals in reality, ground your larger efforts, things you're trying to achieve on the year scale into that day-to-day, that is the time scale that we live in, right? So it's kind of important that those things trickle into our day-to-day lives. So these strategies are really, really straightforward. You're probably doing them anyway, but just make sure you reserve a little bit of space on that page or on that goals list, not just for your job, but also for yourself. Because if all your job planning is in the present moment, but all your life planning is in the future, you're never gonna get around to that stuff. And you're never gonna be able to draw through lines from things you do today to outcomes you want tomorrow. You need these things to be traceable. And that's the point of making short-term goals that kind of chop up our larger ones into incremental progress and documenting the journey along the way. This is why journaling is so powerful. So yeah, that's basically everything I want to talk about today. I really do believe that being addicted to achievement and a lack of presence are really, really bad for our day-to-day performance. And at the end of the day, how we perform every time we show up for work is going to be the biggest predictor of those long-term goals that we're trying to achieve, right? And so document everything along your way, chop up your larger goals into shorter term ones, recognize when stuff like social media or LinkedIn or old antiquated expectations from college are getting in the way of doing those little things, and just do the thing. Do the little thing that will pay off in the long run. So I hope this helps you be more present at work and in your life. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm the Unhinged Engineer. I make professional development content for young STEM professionals like myself. If that's something you're interested in, I highly recommend you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm also vlogging my grad school journey. So I'm getting a master's at night while I work full-time as an engineer. I'm studying computer science at Georgia Tech. And so if you're interested in that process, I also recommend you follow along. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.